I don't get dressed up for anybody. Just you guys, huh? I'm here to cook your lunch. Whoops, wait a minute. I'm here to teach you how to make a quilt. Yay! Do you want to see my latest Christmas quilt?
Yes.
Oh, look at this. Fondle it, huh? Red and green. 1, 2, 3. Oh, Teresa has to help me. Ta-da! Woo! Is this fun?
That's great.
So this is the story on it. All of the blocks were made by my teachers in training groups in 2 groups. I was short on time, and I thought it was pretty clever. I had like 30 people making my blocks for me. Is that fun? Anyhow, this is an old-fashioned pattern. It's called split 9 patch. Split 9 patch, and whenever Eric gets to his camera, we'll show you how old it is. But anyhow, it's really fun because I figured out how to lock every seam. Is that unbelievable? Look at my row, all red and green. It's great. Anyhow, if you look at the block, this is made out of 3.5-inch squares, and this is one little block. It has a red center, and then the one that's next to it, it's the same, but it has a green center. Okay? And and then a red and a green. And red and a green. And the reason is each time you make a red block, you press it one way, and when you make a green block, you press it the opposite way, so they all lock together. Is that cool? And this is what's really fun. So it's just like a log cabin. You can make all kinds of designs with this. It's just amazing. And so this was the one that I decided to put together. Do you like it?
Yes.
Well, wait till the teachers in training see how good they did. And look at the back. Show the back. It's reindeer. Reindeer.
That's beautiful.
Isn't that fun?
Yes.
Well, that was my Christmas quilt. Now, do you want to see the other quilts?
Yes.
Okay, so take your pattern and look on the front. And this is the new line of fabric. And Teresa made this one. Woo, is it pretty? And notice the design.
That's neat.
Isn't that neat?
That before.
Oh, but wait. Now Eric's going to show you. Look in the book, and let's see if it's the same. Sort of like this. See how you can turn all the blocks? And this one was made in Pennsylvania in 1910, and it's valued at $1,000. So see there, it's not a new design. Look at this one. All new over here in the center. Ooh. And let's turn the page. I lost my book. One more. And they're all very valuable. Whoa. So look at this one. This is really fun. Isn't that fun? You just keep on turning them all around, and that's what you get. Okay, Eric, if I bend over, I'm going to lose my hat. That would be terrible.
Excuse I've ever heard of. Thing up for you.
So this one, this is all 2.5-inch squares. And notice that there's a turquoise and a red. And see how it keeps on alternating? Turquoise, or red, turquoise, red, turquoise. Alternating blocks, so they all cool. And this is the back. You get to see the back. So this is the new line from Benartex. You like it?
Yeah, I love it.
You like it. Cool. And Teresa, what did you make this? What did you use to make your 2.5-inch squares?
The jelly roll.
The jelly roll?
Yeah.
I'm going to show you how to do it with a jelly roll in a little bit. Does that sound good? Okay, so now let's go inside and go to page 5. This one I did. I really like it. Isn't that great? If you like old-fashioned, I really do. And this is perfect for my log home. And I'm really excited about it. So these are the 2 blocks that I did. I did a block A, block A, and it has brown. And this is what I said. You have to press the seams in. Press in. And that's what you say. And then block B is the red center. It's the red. And I wrote press out. And honestly, when I sew, that's what I keep on saying. In. If anybody was listening to me sew, they go, that girl's crazy. In. And now, out. Got it? Got it. So this is what's really cool about it. Then when you put those pieces all together, they lock. Ooh, they lock. And even when you do arrows, I get really excited about stuff like this. That's because I like to sew fast. Okay, you want to see the next one? Okay, let's see the next one. We're going to get contemporary. Let me see what page we're on. Turn the page. Ooh, we're not quite in order. But, okay, did I skip a page? Ooh, I skipped a page. 8, 9, 10, nope. Page 6. Okay, thank you. You guys are okay. You can even tell from the back, huh? This is my sister Patty's. Aww. This is the mountains of Colorado. A little bit of snow, the blue, beautiful. And this time Patty did something different. She also did block A and block B. See that in page 6? Block A and block B. And she used the 2 colors over again. So this was A and this was B. And down through the middle they lock. The top is like 3 mountains. And then the next row has a half on each side and only 2 in the middle. Beautiful quilting in it. You like the orange border? She's trying to get away from purple. She sort of did, huh? Yeah. But then she gets depressed, and then there's snowflakes on the back. Isn't that nice? Ah, beautiful. And I'm trying to remember what she did. Do you remember what she used to make hers? Did she do a layer cake?
I think it was a jelly roll.
Okay, for sure this next one is a jelly roll. This is Teresa's coming up. It's called Modern Split 9-Patch Quilt. 1, 2, 3, page 7. Oh, okay, she can show. Layer cake. Ta-da! And so show over here. Can you all see over that way? Cool. Is that pretty? So Teresa did this one, and she had it on the design wall, her 2 sets of blocks, laying them out on the design wall. She's telling Merritt, I wanted to go this way and that way. So Merritt was good enough to draw her a little chart, right? And then she could lay it out, and it is beautiful. And I'm going to hold them while, Teresa, you show them how you got all of your squares. Oh, she's not mic'd. Okay, I'll talk for her. Okay, so you know how Teresa is so organized. I learned something from her. Okay, tip it down and you can show it. Ta-da! So she cut up a layer cake. And actually, if you look at this, out of 1 layer cake, how many 2.5-inch squares can you get? Out of when you cut up 1 10-inch square. 16. 16.
A strip.
4 by 4, 16. That's out of 1 10-inch square. And she said she cut in groups of 5 and just kept on stacking them all up. Is that beautiful? Yeah. I learned a lot from Teresa.
And then I did 5 backgrounds. That way I didn't have to know which one to pick. That way I had 1 of each.
That really saves you a lot of time if you don't have to think about which one to pick.
Right.
Trust me. Okay, and then these are her 2 blocks. Okay, so that you can see. Okay, I'm going to check and see. Okay, this is pressed in, so it has to be A. This one is pressed out, so it has to be B. Oh, you guys are getting so smart. Cool. Is it pretty? And so 1 layer cake does all of that. Ah, Yeah, that's really cool. Okay, and now this one, this is David's. Okay, let's get on the right page because it's a fun story. And where did David go? Is he hiding? Oh, David. And my fingers are slippery today. Okay, so let me see, what page? Did you find it? It's on 10. Okay, this is called Playing Under the Kitchen Table. Playing under the kitchen table, and it's just so much fun. David decided not to do two different colors of like for A and B. He just had to keep them in separate stacks. And he said that this quilt, these colors reminded him of his aunt's kitchen. He used the positive negative layout, and he said he used to hide underneath the kitchen table while his aunt and his mother were sitting at the table drinking coffee, gossiping away. He's sucking it all in. That's what you're supposed to do when you're little, right? And so it reminds him of the tile in his kitchen. Isn't it beautiful? Okay, and I'm going to tell you something really cool. The quilter is in our audience today. This is Melva Williams. This is the first time I met Melva. Okay, you better stand up so everyone wants to see you. David keeps on talking about his friend Melva. So Melva's sister was nice enough to bring her down today. Cool. Is that fun? We hardly ever get to see who quilts them. Oh my gosh, is that the bottom? We were just getting into it, huh? All right, do you want to see how to do it?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, we have lots of other things to show you too. But anyhow, let's just keep on going through your book. I'm going to start. Oh, actually, I have to go back to the start. Back to page 2. I don't have all my pages memorized. Okay, so this is the deal. You can use all of the pre-cuts. Is that fun? Yes, cool. And I just happen to have my new line of fabric, which we'll keep on talking about. It's the Homestead, Colonial, or the Country. And in a layer cake, look at the top picture. You can actually just take your rotary cutter. It's the middle picture. And we already said you can just stack these up, cut 16 2.5-inch squares, 2.5-inch squares from one 10-inch square, right? And it tells you how many you get from one pack. 640. Is that enough? That works, huh? Okay, so you can cut up your layer cake, and then you can also cut up your charm squares right there. Is that cool? Into 4 pieces. Just make that noise when you do it. And if you stack up, if you stack up 6, how many 2.5-inch squares are you going to get in a jiffy? 6 times 4 is 24. That's pretty fast, huh? And actually, it's interesting. You get 160 out of that. That's a lot. And you can also do a jelly roll. And we laid out the jelly roll here so you could just see how to do it really fast. Our secret is the Shape Cut Plus, but there's only one thing. Oh, it's upside down. But it's okay. You know why it's really okay? Because there's only slots every 2.5 inches. Cool? And it's called a Shape Cut Pro. And Teresa lined up some jelly rolls, some 2.5-inch strips underneath. And on the top one, we did a little pair. We did light and dark together so that we can make half square triangles in a jiffy. Want to see that? Okay, so if you've never used this, you start at 0. Just put your cutter in at 0. And then you don't have to do any math because there's only 2.5-inch squares. So you just keep on going across like this. This is going to be a miracle. I have not been cutting for you. If we lift this up and they're all cut, I'm healed. I think I cut. I'm very excited. Let's see. Okay, this comes. Okay, let's get rid of this. Teresa, will you take it and put it up for me? Okay, let's go right here. Ooh. Ooh. Maybe I didn't cut. I guess I'm not healed. Oh, no, but look at that. I cut the beginning rows. This is not working very good. I am not ever going to cut for you guys again. Aren't they cute? I have hundreds of little 2.5-inch squares. Ah! Darn it. Okay. Well, anyhow, look, I got a couple cut. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 9. Didn't I do good? Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We are going to look on page 12. Now this is the Jazzy way. So I put light and dark 2.5-inch strips together, and I cut them at the same time. And so now I just need a pencil and a little ruler. We tried to get everything all organized, but we forgot that, huh? Okay, so they were already cut right sides together. That was good, huh? So every square that we're going to do needs to have half square triangles, little half square triangles at the beginning and the end. So I'm just going to turn this 2.5-inch square over, put a little ruler corner to corner, and draw a diagonal line. Okay, this is a friction pen. I don't want to press until I sew. Okay, that's good. So you draw a diagonal line. This is a pear, and you just take all your scraps, all your jelly rolls, all your layer cakes, whatever you want, 2.5-inch squares, right sides together. That's good, huh? I can do that. Darn it. I'm not going to show off ever again. So now I'm on page 12. Not this hour. And actually, this is kind of a little different. I am going to sew on the line. Okay? I sewed on the line. And that's what you see on page 12, right? You just sit and you assembly line. So this is, you waste a little bit, but it's going to be okay. All right. And then after you do that, then you're going to make 2 of these for every square. And then you take your little ruler, you line up your 1/4-inch line on the mark. You put your 1/4-inch line of the ruler on the mark, and then you trim. And this is what's extra. This is extra. That's not too much waste, right? Okay, Brenda. Brenda, you can have all of these. Okay, so then once you're done, then you just take these and you turn them and you put the dark on the top. Okay, and I'm going to show you. Okay. You put dark on the top, set the seam and open it. Okay. That's how you make all So now you put light on the top and set the seam, open it, and press into it. So now the seam is pressed behind the light. So that's the secret. That's not bad, is it? That's all you have to remember. That's all you have to remember. Okay, so, but now we have something different. Whoa. We have a little triangle inside your package. And you can actually use that if you don't want to waste anything. Let's just go ahead and put light and dark, right sides together. I'm on the bottom of the page right now, and you just take this little template and you line it up like that, and you just hold it down, cut, and then when you do one, you pull it away, you turn your template upside down. Oh, and then you do it again. And then you do it again. Is that very cool? Okay, no, there's no waste. There's no waste. And you guys have that. You like that? Yes. And then you just sit and you just sew these all together and just press exactly like I told you. How about I'm going to do one more. And then I'm going to show you something really cool. Okay? It just gets cooler and cooler. Do you like all this, Melva? Huh? Did David tell you what we do here all the time? He didn't tell you everything. Well, what we do is we tell stories and make mistakes and but don't laugh. That's what everybody says they don't. I mean, laugh. That's what everybody says they really like about me. I don't get upset when I make a mistake. Okay, so those were those little pieces that I just did. And so it's exactly the same thing. And notice her cool pressing mat. Is that cool? Yeah, that's really cool. We have switched. Okay, so now I have one more tool.
So is that the wool pressing mat?
Yes.
Awesome, Matt.
Awesome. Okay, this is the little easy angle. The little easy angle. It's by Sharon Hallgreen, and it's a little bit bigger. If you have trouble managing this little one, this one is for purchase. Teresa woke me up this morning and said, "Look at the internet. Look at what they're selling today." Okay, the easy angle. If you want to make 2-inch with the same way, you line up 2.5, 2.5, just like that. And you have your 2 pieces of fabric right sides together. You cut, there it is, and then you turn it around and you have to put it in from the top. The numbers are switched this time. Now there's 2.5 and 2.5 going across, and you have a little point. It's exactly the same thing. Okay, and you just keep on cutting your jelly roll strips and sew them together. Is that cool? Okay, that's cool. All right, so now we did all 2.5-inch squares. Now let's just keep on turning the page. Okay, and now that I made a mess out of all of these pieces, I have to move them all out of the way and get ready for tonight's class with those pieces. Don't get rid of them. Okay, and we're going to hold on to this one. So now this shows you how you're going to make block A. Block A is right on page 14, and that's the press in one. Block A, press in. I have the 2 colors. I have brown and I have red. Brown and red. Those are my 2 colors for A and B. And so I learned from Teresa. Look what I did. Are you impressed, Teresa? I found out how much time I save by doing this. So I cut up, You, yeah, I'm growing up, and now I know how to do it. I was so excited. This was Brenda cut this for me with the AccuQuilt. But she cut up a layer cake. And when you cut up one layer cake, how many little 2.5-inch squares do you get? Yeah, but you get 16. So I laid out 16 and they were all different. Was that cool? I laid out 16 and then I said, okay, here is my brown stack and here is my red stack. And I already finished my brown. Last night I made 8 brown blocks in less than an hour. Is that cool? And I kept on saying, in. And so now I divide them up. Okay, how many for every block? How many of the half square triangles do you need? 2. You need to have 2. So actually, I think that I did all my brown, so I guess I better do the red, huh? That would be good? Red. Okay, there's red. And here I need to have my half square triangles. 1, 2, and I'm down to having very little left. But I get to show you, right? Okay, and then I get to go into my stack, and I'm going to take 3 different ones. 1, 2, 3 different lights, right? 3 different lights. 1, whoops, wrong side. 1, 2, 3. Is that the 1/2?
They're not different.
Top and are the same.
Oh, fine. You guys are so picky. There. Is that better? You're happy? Now you're happy. Good. Okay. And now I need to have 3 different darks. Okay, I better be careful. I can just see how it is here. 1, 2, 3. Are they all different? Yes. They are. They're really cool. Okay, so as I said, I already did all 8. I'm working in a 16 block quilt because there's so many different patterns that you can arrange. Do we have that log cabin book? There's so many different ones. So this is all my A, all done. Every seam is pressed in. Got it? So this is B. And now how am I going to do it? Out. Press my seams out. Okay. So we have to keep these handy here. Okay, I refer to the Quilt in a Day book because there's 2 pages of 16 block layouts. And this is just like the split 9 patch. That's why people loved it, because you could do such a variety of things with it. And so it's just really, really fun. Okay, so then if I already did all my block A's, I've got to turn to block B's, right? They're going to be exactly the same. Block B, yay! Look at that. Okay, am I good? Okay, so this is how you do it. You have your 1/4-inch seam. So it shows mine is laid out exactly the same. Block B, page 16. Take the middle vertical row and flip it over to the left, okay? And then you can stack. I'm going to take the top piece, go 1, 2, 3, okay? Okay, I'm doing good. So let me see. I need a little jumper scrap. I threw everything on the floor. That is a bad habit. Okay, I didn't lose my hat. Are you excited? I am excited. Okay, and my stiletto. Where's my stiletto? Oh, it's in front of me. Okay, so I'm just going to pick up the top two. They were already right sides together. I'm using a 1/4 inch seam. 10 minutes a block. 1. This is the middle row. And keep the edges all lined up. And 2 and 3. Okay, this is the first 2 rows. And you can just go ahead, assembly line, or you can be safe and you can cut and do the next row. How do you like to do it? Sometimes, you know what, I found out that I have to think less if I don't assembly line. How about that? If I don't have to keep on making a different block. So I was doing this last night and I said, oh, man, I'm tired. Okay, 1, 2, 3, assembly line. And then I'm going to pick up the 3rd vertical row, put it right beside it, flip, and then just do 1, 2, 3. All right. So this block is addictive. It is, seriously. You can just really use up all of your scraps. It's the end of the year now. And you can just take all of the scraps from your other finished projects. Get it? Did you hear that? Finished projects. And I was thinking about it when I was a young woman. And I used to teach monthly classes. I called Patch Craft. And I would do just exactly like I do now. Do something new every month, not finish it, put it in a box, stack it up. But I needed the money. So in November and December, I finished everything for the year. And I went to these craft shows, Country Christmas. You know, I set up my little ladder, take my little cardboard cash box, and sell all that stuff. And it worked. That's what I said, wow. Okay, so now these are the vertical rows. Now I'm just going to turn it, and I'm flipping the outside row in. I'm flipping it right sides together to the middle, okay? Now, this is B, so what are you supposed to say to yourself? Out! You already got it. You already got it. You're going to go out, okay? With the seam, it says out. And when you want to lock, you're pushing this out, but underneath, it's going the opposite direction, okay? So here's the first out, and then look over here, out, okay? And so you flip the other seam the opposite way, what's underneath, the one that's in the middle. You flip it. You can actually, if you feel it, then it lays flat, okay? And then just do that one. Doop. Cut the threads. Aha. Okay, now we won't look till the end. Turn it around to the other side. Open this up. Flip right sides together. This is the outside seam. And now just start right up at the top. And when you get to that seam, you say, out. See? And underneath, what are you doing? It's the opposite way, right? Just if you say it's the opposite way. Okay, one more, out, out, and then the opposite underneath. Hey, that was the block. This is it, except for the pressing. I get to look. Ooh. Is that good? That's good? That's very, very good. Isn't that good? Okay, so now you get to press the seams. Okay, they're going out on the two sides, out, and then you just go along. She's finger pressing first, and she's pressing them out, and then she's going out, 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 ooh. Ah, and on the back, she's just checking.
That's what's nice about that mat is it presses down in and holds the heat.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
So we have all of these two different seams now. We have the two different blocks, A and B. You want to see how they go together?
Yes.
Okay, take the little one first.
I don't have a little one. They're
Yeah,
both
that
3.
one's, no.
They're both the 3.
Oh, they're both the 3-inch. Oh, okay. Well, you could start really easy. Okay, this is the 8.
That's the 8.
That's the 8. This is A.
What way are we going to
The-
lay it out?
Uh,
You can pick a pattern on that.
okay. You want to pick a pattern? Why don't we just do mountains like Patty's, okay?
Do you have a bee?
Huh?
You have a bee?
I
block?
have some. I have some bees. 1,
Oh, bee.
2, 3. Okay. So you have enough. Okay, which one do you want to do?
I just want to see.
Here, do light and dark because that'll be really easy.
Okay.
Do light and dark. At least you can put, so it doesn't matter which pattern you choose now
Right there.
because it's always going to work.
Okay. And
Okay,
my bee?
and that's B. So it's pretty amazing that they're all going to lock together. Locking?
Yes.
Yes, locking.
Oh, this
Yeah.
is really like David's quilt.
Oh, yeah, this is sort of like David's quilt.
Okay.
Okay,
So those are locked. And do you want?
and they're all locked.
That bothers me.
What bothers you? Well,
Oh.
yeah. Yeah, and see, actually, what I thought she was going to do was the light and the dark, but do the block beside it and put the light in the middle.
I can just do this.
Okay, well, fine. Just turn it around. That's all you have to do. And they still lock. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Okay, let's just do another row beside it because, see, it has to go brown, red, and now it has to go brown.
No.
Oh, you're going to go down?
Where do you want it? Right here?
Put it right here. Do another one just like that one.
Just like this.
We didn't rehearse this. Brown, and now beside it goes red. But in the top row, it doesn't matter because it's just going to be there. Okay. So you just have to keep on alternating between the blocks and getting them out. Woo. Yeah, she needs more red. And I think that's all that. Oh, look what I found. More red. I'm very excited.
That's great.
So you can just keep on alternating between the two colors and they'll all lock together. That looks good. Okay, so, you could, this is what is amazing. Okay, I want to show you like this. If she would go like this, it creates this whole different pattern and you're going, no way, that's not going to lock together.
And
It does. It does, though. See, she's taken off. Do it. You can do whatever you want, Teresa.
Okay.
And I'm going to get the 3.5-inch one ready. Okay? In here, let's get it done really quick. Just go like this.
All right.
Woo!
Here. Oh, that's mountains.
Is that fun?
This is another pattern.
It's a whole other pattern. Oh, see, look, just stick it up there. It's really fun.
You put too many patterns together, it's gonna hurt our eyes.
Oh. Okay, well,
We just have to wait and make more. Sally.
yeah.
Sorry about that.
Okay, so all of the laying out that we're showing you is on page 18 and 19. So on page 19, it shows that you can sew groups of 4 together. You know, if they're all identical, you can sew groups of 4 together. Those will all lock. And then when the groups of 4 go together, they all lock too.
Oh, and you made your block in less than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
That you did. The one
Oh, did I? Just now when you're watching me?
Yeah, you made it in about 7 minutes.
It was real news too, wasn't it? It was not fake. I didn't I didn't fast forward. You were watching me. Okay, and then go to page 20 and 21. And there are Teresa's too, but they don't have groups of 4. Do you see on page 20 and 21? They don't have groups of 4, so you really need to lay them out individually and sew them together in vertical rows. That's really fun. Okay, keep on going. That's looking cool, Annie. I sort of like it. Okay, the Christmas quilt is on page 22. And there it shows they are 3.5-inch squares. There's 18 block A and 18 block B. So it's a little bit more complicated, huh? And I just want to show you 2 things to do with making 3.5-inch squares. You know how to cut 3.5-inch squares. You won't get as many out of a layer cake. It's kind of better to do it like in 3-inch strips instead, but there's 2 different ways that you could do it. So the first way, if you just go ahead and cut a 3.5-inch strip, 3.5-inch strips, and now I'm on page 24, okay? Page 24, and I'm using the easy angle again. I have light and dark, right sides together. You just follow the line. The 3.5-inch line is here and here. Do you see? Is Eric close enough? 3.5-inch. And the little tip is like black, but you just go ahead. It's just like the 2.5-inch. Then you pick up the ruler and you do it from the dark side. Let me see. Okay, here we go. So now you put the 3.5-inch across the top like this and just cut again. And then it's just a series of turning your ruler, and it always has like the blunt top. So now it goes at 3.5 again. 3.5. You like that? Guess where you can get it? Where? You can get it here. And so let me see. Okay, I had it upside down. And just keep on cutting. Ryan put it on special just for you guys. And just keep on going. Okay, 3.5. And you get 4. You can get, these are all 3.5-inch strips, and just sew them together. Or you could go the good old traditional way, and you could take 2 pieces of fabric, 4.5 by 9, put light and dark right sides together, draw a middle line, diagonal lines. So do 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 do. So, and then you're just going to go ahead and cut on that straight line and on the diagonal line. Whoops, and my ruler is not quite long enough. We forgot to put a ruler on the table, Sue, or Teresa. Okay, so then the most convenient way, we have 2 different rulers. We have a 3.5-inch fussy cut. And could you set the seam towards the dark? And I actually wanted this one. Oops. Hello. This is going to make everybody nervous. Say, Merry Christmas. Okay, so give me that one. Okay, we have a 4.5-inch or a 3.5-inch fussy cut. You could go ahead and put it on there and just put the line down along there and trim it up. 1, 2, perfect, 3.5. Isn't it a lot different than the little 2.5, huh? Okay, or this one, you can use our 4.5-inch square up ruler. And I never had one of these. Now I'm going to get one. I got one. I put it on my account. I'm so excited. I'm going to take it home. Oops. Quilting Today did not want this to slip around. Good heavens. Okay, so on this one, then you put the 3.5-inch line on the stitching. And then you just trim 1 and trim 2. And then I like to just cut off those little corners. Okay, this time she pressed towards the dark, so let's press toward the light. Okay, open and press. And those are just the 2 pressings you have to know. And that goes into the little block. It's exactly the same. We're clearing out here. I made enough of a mess. And it's exactly the same. 1 center, 1, 2, 3 light, 1, 2, 3 dark, and then 2 half square triangles. Okay, Teresa, do you have, which ones do you have?
Which one we
Okay, you want to put up the, put up that. What's that number that you have?
This 5?
Is that 5? Okay, so let me hold it for you. Okay, we're going to put a star. We're going to make a star and put it on the bottom. Okay. And I stack those so that the right number is on the top. So Teresa's just going to go the first vertical row. And she's got green. Yeah, good. 1. And,
This way?
No, the top, from the top. From the top. You take him from the top. You take. Yeah, that's right. That's right. There you go. That's right. And that way, and that way. Okay, I'm going to hold them. Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's right. It's right. It's right. It's right. Okay, just pull off one at a time. Okay, this is going to be the star. Okay, notice she did the alternate. 2. You have to almost kind of squint. This is going to be a little center, and then the bottom. Okay, and the next one. Okay, this is going to be a star. It is. It's working.
It's not in there. It's a star.
It will.
You have to squint. Oh, we took it from the log cabin.
It's a log cabin block.
Yeah, it's a log cabin block. But you know what? If you just play around with them, you can do it.
This is the top, right?
Yeah, that's the top. Okay. See? Good. Cool. These are the points. See it? All right. And we have borders. And we're going to put black frame around it. This is going to be a good one. Okay, you want to give me a side. These are 1.5 inches. It always helps if you put borders around, right? And then, oh, you're good. I was going to say, okay, I can't do it. We're done. And give me the black one. I'll put it on the bottom. Oh, I got a side one. And these are, I think, 4.5 or 5?
I believe it's 5.
5. Doesn't that help? 1. Cool. So when you sew these together, you actually could probably sew them in groups of 4, but it's a all enough one that you could just take the second row, flip it right sides together, and assembly line sew all the vertical rows. What do you think? Does it look good? Cool. They were asking me in the store, they said they need more Christmas ones. And I said, oh, Just wait, I'll make you one. But anyhow, it's fun. I see that I planned on doing all check in the red and the green, and I don't know what happened here, but it's right side up. Isn't it cute? It's a little Christmas tree. So it's really fun. So the other one that I did, it's kind of interesting to see the different sizes, the two blocks between, this is with the 2.5-inch square, and this is the 3.5-inch square. Considerably different, isn't it? So do you want us to lay out this one quick? What do you think? Want to see it? I don't know. This one, she's going to pull off the borders. And we did pick one from the log cabin book called Whirligig. And it's made of 16 patches. Okay, the top is on the top. So let me get over here. And you can just put it right beside it. And yes, keep on going. Go down the row. 1, 2. So little different, but notice that the two colors are alternating. Go, Teresa, go. See, look at that. I think we're going to get it on there. You see, I'm obsessed with this pattern. I think
She made them all.
I did. I made them all.
She did.
I just really enjoyed it. But this one.
7 minutes a block. It'll only take you.
7 minutes a block.
Yeah.
And I'm really using up my scraps.
You got just a little over an hour for 10 blocks. If you already have a half square foot.
Yeah, you already have to have all of your organization. And it really helps to have your organization. Okay, look.
I could tell
Is it
how
right?
much fun she was having because she kept telling me to get ready for it, and she got ready for the whole time. I was just watching her.
What do you think? Very nice, huh? It's very, very different, and you can just basically work with basic patterns and put them together. Is that fun? Ho, 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 I think I did it. Cool. So we have a couple of Christmas projects we wanted to show you real quick. Don't go away. Remember what we did last month? Do you remember the pattern last month? It was, oh, yes, show that one. That little one. Well, oh, this is mine. Oh, I finished something. Don't get too excited. I finished this. I started this on the set. Is that cool? I'm very, very pleased. But this one is a Christmas one.
This is not mine. It's one of my students, Trish. Yeah.
She did that one. And I'm going to hold that because it's made from scraps.
It's scraps. I'll show
Do you want to see the scraps? This came from this quilt that was scrappy.
They've been making these, and then she cut off her 2.5-inch thread.
So first you have to make the big one. And then cut all the scraps, right?
Yeah. That's a cool line. Yeah. It was just a layer cake. And they
And this
decided to do which is plain red instead of the piece border.
and this is a
Flying geese.
flying geese with a strip down the middle.
Was this a,
It's
It was a long time ago.
It's a
Elsa has
mode.
one, but we alternated a lot. They're really hard to read their instructions. So I said, okay, why don't you do flying geese?
They weren't my instructions.
Yeah,
Be careful what
I
you
put
said.
2.5. Finish at 2. 2 by 4.
2 by 4 finished?
And we did a layer cake. And we did a layer
Yeah.
cake.
A layer cake. Okay, that's one quilt. I just realized we have
Gail,
a
can you
bunch
show your
more
quilt?
quilts to show you.
Look what a Gail has.
Oh, Gail has hers.
Yeah, because it's her pattern. Look at that.
Oh, remember Gail did just a star. Oh, that's gorgeous.
Making these rosettes that I couldn't stop.
They are fun to make.
Yeah, they're very fun.
And they're all from the 2.5 inch.
Wait, you want to see it?
Gail?
Gail, come on by you.
Woo. Oh, you're supposed to peek out, Gail.
Beautiful.
So everybody could see her. Okay, and so we're not done yet. We still have more. Okay, we are going to show you the 1880 quilt that was the inspiration for my new fabric line. And this is Sally Murray's quilt. Sally Murray, she got to come to our audience. This is her quilt. She loaned it to us. And what started the whole quilt, see if we can put it under the camera. It would be much better, huh? Okay, so this is a rosette right here, if you can go right here. And then this is the rosette that Bannertex reproduced. Is that cool? But we've got to look at this one. I love the dogs. Sally loves conversation prints, and that's why she loves this quilt. Okay, go over here to this one. This is called Bubbles. And here is the original. And then here is what Bannertex did with the bubbles. Isn't that cute? Very, very cute. Okay, slide it along. This one is lace right here. This is lace, but here is the original lace. And there is the reproduction. And this is why the whole project started. Sally loved the little horse and carriage, and I love the little running dog. And this is the reproduction. They did it pretty much in the same size. The horse and carriage and the running dog. And this is in 5 different colors, Sally. 5 different colors. And you own them all. Well, there's quite a few really neat designs, geographic designs. I love this one with the little dotted squares and flowers. And here it is. And let's see, we'll go over side by side. I'm really glad I'm showing you under camera. It's interesting, isn't it? Because a lot of times people say, well, how did you design this? And these are just all reproductions. This piece right here, this is a beautiful color of brown, the original with the little flowers, and there's the reproduction right beside it in the red. Do you have a glare, or am I the only one with the glare? It looks good? Cool. And then over here is another design. Nope, this is the same one. There's one more design, I think, on the other part. So Sally collects quilts with reproduction. Oh, is there another piece over there? Oh, here and here's a stripe. Yeah, we did a little stripe. And this one is a little floral print. It's very, very sweet. Oh, and I see another piece. Little floral, the little flower in it right there. All kinds of conversation. Sailboats here. There's the lace again. Oh, and here's the carriage. Look at the carriage over here. This is really cool. I would say this quilter maybe had enough money to go to the store and actually buy fabric. Huh? Yeah. Really, really fun. All right. So, did you like that? But there's more. Don't go away. Something you waited for all night. So let the drums roll. Woo! Do you want to know what we're going to do next year? Yes. Ooh, I hope you all get excited and you want to come because the news is out. So, Block Party 2018. Okay, first of all, you get a welcome kit with the retail value of over $160 because in it you're going to eventually get a personalized autographed copy of 40 Fabulous Years with Eleanor when it's published. And not only one book, but a second one, Make a Quilt in a Day, Log Cabin Pattern, 6th edition. But there's more. Oh my goodness. You're going to have a limited edition 40th anniversary tote bag. We're doing a 9x12 quilt in a day wool pressing mat. Now you get to find out what it's like. Oh my gosh. A new quilt in a day, log cabin ruler, a special log cabin, no, not log cabin, stripper mug. A new stripper mug. And I'm the only one that has one now. But you too can get one. Look at that. Is that cool? And then on the back it says, Eleanor Burns made a stripper out of me. Isn't that cute? But there's more. Oh my gosh. Let me see. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, plus 25 pack of sewing machine cleaning brushes and a pair of quilted theme socks, or of quilt theme socks that has my picture on it. I know y'all want one of those. I want them so I can give them to my grandchildren for a Christmas gift, huh? Don't you think that would be funny? They could wear them to school, talk about their grandma. It's so much fun. So anyhow, sounds like a lot of fun, huh? It doesn't start until February 13th, so you guys can spend one whole month finishing your 2017 projects and having a good time. And then we'll be back on YouTube. We'll be doing in class starting February 13th, and then we'll have one a month all year. All for the incredibly low price of $79.95.
Oh my gosh. What a bargain.
You can't go wrong. Sign up your children and your husbands.
Give them the socks.
Yeah, give them the socks. Everybody could have that. It's just going to be really fun. Anyhow, you guys were so great this year. I hope that you're all going to plan to come back next year. We're just going to celebrate. You want to see what we're going to make?
Yes.
We have a plan already. Is that not exciting? Woo!
Oh, that's beautiful.
So this is Sue's quilt. She's the only one that got hers quilted so far. My first book was The Log Cabin Quilt in a Day. I thought it would be very appropriate to use a log cabin setting. That's what the new ruler is for, to cut these strips. And then we've picked out, I think 13 or 14 blocks, I'm not sure. Each block has a story to tell about my life. And so that's what we're going to share, memorabilia, stories, all of those treasures I'm finding in my garage. Maybe even I'll finish a couple of them. But most of them have been taken from my older books, and we're just going to recapture them. Oh, Sandra's counting. How many? 14. 14. I think the paper said 13, but yeah, I think it's...
Say 17 because you give an extra one.
Oh, yeah, there's even more blocks that you're going to have your choice, that you don't have to put them all in. These are 12-inch blocks. Sue did this one. She also did the 6-inch. The 6-inch blocks will be included alongside the 12-inch, and this is her little 6-inch block.
Oh, that is pretty.
Woo!
Really pretty.
6-inch are really fun. I love to do 6-inch blocks.
I like her colors.
Yeah, so she's going the modern route with the charcoal. And then apparently these are the really popular colors right now, the turquoise or the aqua and the kind of coral colors together, different values in the charcoal gray. Pretty?
So pretty.
That's so pretty. Cool. Okay, now, did we remember everything? Ah, thank you. You guys were great. We had a wonderful year together. So see ya next year in February. Thank you.
Thank you.